Welcome back everybody. Snoke, the great manipulator, the supreme leader. Who is he exactly? Many theories are out there as to who he might be, and there's a new one that was pieced together over on the Star Wars speculation thread, and I've got to say it's definitely a plausible one. So let's take a look. Andy Serkis gave an interview over at Entertainment Weekly, shedding some more light about the character he's portraying. This is what he says about Snoke's injuries. Snoke's shattered skull and open jaw were also inspired by something real from our own world. His deformity is very much based on injuries from the First World War, from the trenches, Serkis says. In that conflict, modern war machines ripped and gnawed human bodies like never before, but life-saving contemporary medicine ensured the survival of men who otherwise would have died on the battlefield. They lived on carrying damage previously seen only on corpses. Now the following is pieced together by Reddit user SnokeSnoke, so good job there mate. It's a nice catch. He reminds us that Rian Johnson supposedly had some input in Claudia Gray's Bloodline novel. In the novel there is an incident called the Napkin Bombing. It's called the Napkin Bombing because a warning was left inside a conference building on a napkin on Hosnian Prime of all places, which allowed Leia Organa to have the premises evacuated. Now several senators on both sides of the New Republic were injured, but none were killed. Both of the opposing factions, the populists and the centrists, blamed each other for the attack. And the bomb's effects are supposed to be similar to chemical warfare, which would definitely line up with what Andy Serkis stated about Snoke's injuries. This would mean Snoke was a former senator injured in this attack. Now this would explain a number of things. For instance, why Leia knows who he is, they would have met countless times. That proximity would have also given Snoke the opportunity to work his web on a young Ben Solo. It would explain how he knows about all the events that took place during the prequel and original trilogies. As a senator, he might have even had direct dealings with both Emperor Palpatine and Vader. Heck, he might have even been one of their secret apprentices. Through Leia, he might have even gained contact with Luke himself. Maybe he promised to help him find artifacts or finance his Jedi Academy, only to stab him in the back of course. It would explain why he blew up Hosnian Prime, the place of his disfigurement, and his hatred for the New Republic. If he was a powerful senator, it would also explain why the First Order would let him lead as their political leader. They would be betting on the fact that Snoke's influence would help win a lot of star systems over to their cause. This is also a good way to help finance the First Order war effort. Snoke would have the deep pockets of the galaxy's most wealthy patrons, promising them political favors in return. So there are a lot of things going for this theory. But one of the problems are, how did Snoke become so powerful in the Force then? Was he a secret apprentice to Palpatine or Vader, or was he secretly using his wealth and influence to learn by himself with no affiliation to the Sith? Did he perhaps get Luke to teach him in the ways of the Force while keeping his real agenda a secret? If he helped Luke acquire ancient artifacts using his wealth and influence, he might have kept those pertaining to the dark side for himself and studied them in secret. The Napkin Bombing, which severely damaged and twisted his body, would finally push him completely over the edge, and he's all about vengeance now and establishing a dictatorship with himself as its tyrant. No more political bickering. Order and unity under his iron fist. That agenda in itself might have won over a young idealistic Ben Solo. It's basically the same principle his grandfather was all about. The one thing Snoke would yearn for even more than power though would be getting himself out of that broken shell of a body. Enter Kylo Ren, and now he has option number 2 as well, Rey. So there you have it peoples. What do you think of the latest theory about Snoke's origin? It seems to line up nicely with what Andy Serkis said about his character. It explains quite a lot actually. Are we on the right track here? Leave your thoughts down below. To stay updated with this channel, hit that notification bell. Thanks for dropping by and for your continued support. Don't forget to like, share, sub and all that good stuff. And until next time, see yas!